Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, into the action we go today, folks, on this Tuesday, October 15th. It's about 20 after 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and the markets are just slightly to the downside. S&P's down 4.5, Dow down 55, NASDAQ down about 6. You can see the markets are trending slightly lower here near the lower range, and you actually could draw a trend line right here through the general lows. And again, just let me draw that through for you guys. So keep an eye on this. If this general trend line breaks to the downside, you actually could see a little bit of downside action in the markets, maybe back to the lows of the day. But I think it's interesting to note here that the markets are not decidedly negative. Right? We have everything falling apart in the government. It doesn't seem like they're that close at this point after the latest on reaching a debt to avoid crashing through the debt ceiling and defaulting. And the market's really down 49.50 cents on the spiders, down 5 points on the S&P 500. It is not that big of a fall. So I think to me, this is partially due to the fact that the markets are continuing to believe positively that a deal will get done. Now, the media is pumping that the markets are strong. Everyone on CNBC is saying, oh, look at how good the markets are. They're not falling apart, and we don't have a deal yet. I think that's a miscalculation by the markets, and I think it runs the risk of seeing a sharp decline as we get towards that Thursday deadline if there's no deal reached. And my thinking is this. My thinking is that we might need a flush in the markets to force the hand of the politicians. So if the markets start to collapse, the politicians are going to get their act together and say, oh, we better get something together. Let's at least pass an extension. And, they often say it's darkest before dawn. And I think that could be true for this market. So I think the market actually, if they pass a deal, folks, you probably get $1, $2 up on the spiders, which would be like 10, 20 points on the S&P. If they don't pass a deal, you could be looking at 50 to 100 point move down. And if we go over the debt ceiling and default, you're looking at a crash in the S&P of like 20%. So, there's upside, and I think, honestly, I do think they'll get a deal done on the cusp of defaulting. But I think the market may get a little panicky going into that final deadline before a deal is reached. So just be aware of that. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention is we look at this chart on an intraday basis of the spiders, and you can see we're hammering into this red line up here. That's the high of the day. If you zoom out, there's a great trend line, folks. Take a look at this. This pivot high right across, 2 pivot highs right here, and this little consolidation before we broke out. So now that's resistance at these highs. So, that's why we're hitting up in this range. But one thing that I just wanted to point out, folks, is that swing trading has been amazing. This is the best swing trading environment we have seen easily this year in 2013. It's culminated in just in the last month, 13 straight swing trade winners, both long and shorts. All green, no losses in the last 13 trades. We just got triggered on 3 new trades today, and I'm looking at a 4th now. So, the action is insane. We're already in the money on those 3 we put out today beautifully. And again, there is another one coming up that I'm eyeing very, very closely to see if it's right to be put out there. So again, my point here is that this is the environment you love to see, the ups and the down swings, because it gives us the ability to go long and then go short and then go long again and back and forth. While the little average punk and trader and investor, they're just sitting there with their positions. They don't know any better, and it's not their fault, but they got to come, ultimately learn what we do and swing trade. But we're just maxing 5% up, 5% down, 5% up, 5% down. Think about what that's adding up to be, folks. Net 300% net gain on trades this year in the research center on the hot charts and alerts. It's amazing. And again, we give a 7-day free trial, so you can always kind of come out and see. But look at this market, guys. We just talked about favoring the downside. And speak of the devil. Look at this market starting to break down here, folks. Look for the double bottom low of the day right here, which will be a little only minor support. But again, that is something you want to pay attention to. And oh man, I'm just loving seeing these trades we put out today. I'll give you guys one. You want to see one trade? Take a look at this. This is one of the trades I gave to my members today. It was WINN. WINN. We shorted it on a Pierce of 170. Now it's trading at 167, already $3 in the money. And it has a topping tail now. If it closes right here, this solidifies further downside in the coming days, especially if the market gets weaker. This is a thing of beauty. Oh, I love it. All right, so again, we'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, those of you that want, come take the 7-day free trial to the research center. It's a no-brainer. I mean, the fire is just rocking here. Members are just profiting like you can't even believe. All right, let's go into a couple other things. I want to look at J.C. Penney today, guys. I've day traded J.C. Penney multiple times for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's been a beautiful thing here. Let me get rid of that so we can actually see the chart. But look at this. J.C. Penney breaking down today and is now hovering near the lows of the day. This may go below 7, at which point I'm going to consider igniting a swing trade long. I don't know if I'll do it yet. I got to look and see how it plays out, but I am looking very, very closely at that, folks. Okay? So again, just a heads up on that. And I'll probably day trade this another 3 times today, easy. But bottom line is, this is what we're looking at here, and this is getting very intriguing to me. I like the added volume. I want to see where it closes today. If it doesn't close back above this pivot low at 759, then you look for a pierce of 7 and look for an initiation there. That's what I'm going to be looking to do. Okay? By the way, guys, I'm just going to tell you another short that I put out today that we got into in the research center because these are that awesome. We shorted today Facebook. Okay, Facebook we shorted right up here in the highs. This was a major level that I told our members about to look for, and look at this thing collapse now. We're basically $1 in the money now on Facebook on the short side as a swing trade, and it's just the intraday period since we entered it. I mean, this is what it's all about, folks. Amazing stuff. Absolutely fantastic here. And again, profits just keep swelling. What can you say, right? It's just awesome. 13 straight winners, and if we add these into the list, it's going to be like 16, 17. But markets again coming in, and we nailed this one perfectly again, guys. Look at the spiders kissing the low of the day, just like I called since the beginning of this video. Next support, if you break the low of the day, is actually all the way down here at the 169.30-ish area. So that'll be some interesting level to kind of keep an eye on as well. But really good stuff, guys, and profits continue to flow. All right, a couple other things. Chinese small caps continue to be insane. BORN, take a look at this daily chart, guys. Really no news here. This is just momentum. Chinese small caps that have been beaten down for a long, long time getting a huge spike. VISN is probably the best example. Look at this stock. This stock just a week and a half ago was trading at around $2.50. It hit a high of 15.5 today. So these small cap China plays are just unbelievable. HPJ, another one. Take a look at this high power. Look at that move. I mean, I could go on and on. They're just everywhere. Oink, which is like a little feed producer for pigs and stuff, and cattle and such. That one's had a great move up. I mean, I could go on and on here. Amazing stuff there. All right, guys. Amazon today. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon, after jumping into the 20, which, by the way, we shorted, is pulling back $4 today. Beautiful pullback on that. And I'm just kind of scanning through Exxon down, Chevron up, Goldman and JPM down. Apple's actually bucking the trend after they hired that Burberry CEO to be, the retail specialist or do the website, whatever it was. Bottom line is Apple is inching up, although it's off its highs, but Apple continues to be pretty strong here, so nice move on Apple. All right, guys, I got to get going, but bottom line is, listen, you're missing out here. I mean, the money is flowing. What can we say? This is a great trading market for swing traders, and swing trading is where you buy a stock and then sell it after a couple days to a week or two, and you just pocket 5-10% over and over again. Rinse and repeat. Track record, again, speaks for itself. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Hopefully you're profiting like us here at In the Money Stocks. And, again, come join us. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center at inthemoneystocks.com.